yes.
Oh.
I love cosplaying as OBS. Hi, my name is OBS.
And she's like, no, that's not true. They love me. No, bitch, they don't love you.
Because Dane, the whole time, is talking shit about his grandma.
Honestly, his presence being in the room with her gave me like Edward from Twilight vibes at first, and I was like, dude, we've been over this once. It's still creepy.
I think he had a thing for the grandma.
Okay, look. Let's not talk about the moans, okay?
Because I'm like looking up how do astronauts poop in space.
At least you didn't name him after Voldemort, who doesn't have a nose. I mean, Dane was definitely a nerd cosplaying as a himbo.
Oh, I forgot about like the ram. Do you want a gun? I mean, you can always rob a bank.
No, don't listen to her.
I'm just
That
kidding.
was a joke.
I genuinely believe that I could get away with murder. If someone in this chat were to get away with murder, I think I would.
Ketchup packets don't listen to Fuka. She's giving bad life choice advices right now. Hi, I am Mezzy, and this is
Fukahiro Mizumi. I'm a shark VTuber, and we are going to be reviewing Darkbirch Academy together by Krista Graves.
Yeah. This is the first in the series, of course, and just so you know, first of series means it's just the first book published of a series, and I think there's only 3 out right now with a 4th one on the way. And hi, Jake. I think you are the first one. Hi, Anna. Okay, so we're gonna start with the summary, which we have a video editor, aka my husband, who yelled at us for last time. Before we start, I'm just...
Said we went on too many tangents. Okay, I got the timer.
Yeah, we got a timer. We're only allowed to summarize the book for X number of minutes, so we've been given a timer. It's a rule. I almost feel like I should put it.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I will. I'm almost like, should I put the timer on screen so they can watch us struggle?
Yeah, put the timer on the screen.
All right, let me see if I can find a timer widget. Hold on, give me a second. Oh
my god, this is like homework. We had to do homework, guys. We had to do homework.
Okay. We're only allowed 10 minutes.
Well, give yourself like 13 because of editing, like buffer.
Okay.
You know, just in case he needs to like edit out like awkward pauses or like cut out like a thing we say. You know, like a lot of ums and uhs.
Yes.
Yeah. Ah, yes.
Oh.
I love cosplaying as OBS. Hi, my name is OBS.
That's the wrong one. Honestly, it's been so long since I had to add like a fucking screen to my thing. Add source. It's not browser, it's display capture. That's where I fucked up.
But hello, Anna and Jake. Oh.
Hello.
What did you stream last night? I'm gonna stalk you real quick. I don't know what you've been...
What I've been streaming? Oh, that was a react video?
Oh, reaction. Oh, is it to the horror? Oh, okay, I see. Oh.
Okay.
It's covering your beautiful assets.
I know! This is illegal. Alright, there you go, chat. We got a timer! We got a timer!
Okay.
We did it. I'm glad you made it too, Jake. Okay. So, okay. I'm gonna press go and we're gonna start the summary. We're gonna watch if we can do this.
Yeah.
So, the book starts off following the protagonist, Esme Salem. She's a dark mage who infiltrates Heathbourne Academy under the cover of night to rescue her brother Jax. Jax has been taken hostage after his mission went south, and she's on the way to get him because the Salem bloodline is supposed to be a really potent and strong bloodline. So on the way out, they get stopped by a guy named Kieran Masro. The last name's Russian. I'm not even going to pretend I can say that. And his eyes were burning blue with fire within. And as a dragon VTuber, I'm telling you right now, I thought he was a dragon. Spoiler, he's not. And so they get away, and she goes home, and she tells her teachers and council about him. And the reason why this is so concerning is because he burned the aura of her brother, meaning her brother no longer could talk to his ancestors, and his magic was very, gone. So, and because of that, they were scared because they're like, oh God, our enemies have a way to wipe us out now. What do we do? Magic Council was called. Now, it's her job to find out how to kill the motherfucker. Because she's apparently the best assassin. Alright, Fuka, take over.
So basically, the council calls her. They're like, Esme, you are the chosen one to do this job. But there's a catch. So she has to infiltrate, Heartborn Academy, which is, the clear blood. There's, it's not that clear, but I think Esme is supposed to be, a witch, and the clear bloods are supposed to be, humans, their version of humans. Well, anyways, they're just like, you must take these pills to suppress your blood imprint. Or I don't know what they're called, but they're called, blood imprints, I think? Or, they have a pattern of
slight
recognition.
correction. They're both witches. It's just one's, a good white witch, which is the clear bloods, and Esme's family is the dark witches.
They're both okay.
Okay, yeah. Just to clarify it for you.
This makes more sense. Okay, but yeah, she's forced to take these suppressants so they don't know that she's a dark blood, because apparently in their blood there's a signal that can indicate whether or not she's dark blood versus clear blood. So that actually severs her connection to her family and her ancestors. She's basically like the Avatar. She could talk to the past, but not really. Yeah. So she has to say bye to her grandma. She's very attached to her grandma. And then she goes on her merry way to stalk Kieran. And she takes the name, what was it, something Winters? I forgot her name already.
Clara Winters.
Clara Winters. So she she makes her merry way onto Heartborn, hi, I'm just an orphan researcher who wants a shot at studying. Don't mind me. And then she spends a good portion of the book just stalking Kieran. And then as she's stalking him, enter Professor Day.
Okay, and it's very interesting here because she actually felt his presence before she ever met him, and she meets him because a note slid under her door, inviting her to his class. And there was one scene that she was it felt like he was in the room with her, and I'm still sussy baka, sir?
Yeah.
Because it was her private bedroom, and I was okay, that's sussy, sir, that's sussy. And he seems to have powers over shadows because she can never see him, but his presence was there. Whenever he's around, she feels a strong sense of warmth. And I don't mean it comforting, I mean it's just hot. Actually hot.
Yeah, and she's what the F? What is going on?
So she goes to this, the class, and it's a 9 a.m. class, and she's just what the fuck, dude, this is early, but also I have things to do, but I guess I have to go, or I might get caught for being a non meek scholarly student expert that I have infiltrated this academy as, and the class is about how to fight. And she's I know how to fight, but I gotta pretend how not to fight because he'll catch on that I'm a assassin, that I've been trained as an assassin since I was a child. And then he does the most critical thing to catch her attention. He assigns her to shadow Kieran throughout the academy as an ally, which would give her the best advantage to learn his schedule, which she's already been working on. And it catches her attention because it's too perfect. It's a too perfect event that happened. And then he dismisses class, and then he asks her to stay back. And he seems to know a lot more than he is telling her. And I think it was here when he reveals he knows she's a dark blood witch, because he can tell.
Yeah, he does. And he's well, if you want to talk some more, come to this shed. It was not the shed, but it was basically a shed.
Yeah. It was a classroom they never use that's in the corner that's falling apart.
Yeah. So then they talk there because the campus also has surveillance cameras all over.
Yes.
But I don't think anyone really checks them too deeply. But yeah, they go talk. And he basically tells her Well, first of all, she like doesn't want to go, but she feels like a burning sensation on her wrist because he grabs her by the wrist, and forever she feels like chained almost. So she like goes like, "What the f did you do to me? I feel like warmth on my wrist." And he's like, "Oh, don't worry, honey. Those are just runes. If you want to undo them, you're gonna have to work with me." So he basically blackmails her.
Oh wait,
says,
no, that didn't happen yet. That happens at the scene at the banquet where she tries to kill him. To kill
Oh
Karen.
yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, because right after they have the little private lesson where he's like, "If you stay, I'll teach you all these cool techniques," and she's like, "Bitch, I'm leaving. My identity's been compromised. I'm dead." She ends up going to a banquet as disguised as a different clear-blood noble than the one she got in to use the academy, like an unnamed one. And she goes to the banquet to stab Karen with the poison needle. Dane, is it Dane? I'm gonna say Dane. Distracts her and grabs her wrist and stops the killing and tells her like, this isn't the place. And the runes actually make it to where she wants to be near him 24/7. So she ends up following him whether she wants to or not.
Yeah, and then that's when he blackmails her. Like, if you want to get rid of this, you have to work with me. And then she like basically says like, "Oh yeah, F it, like you already know my identity, like what was in it for me." And then he also like says that, "Oh, I want to get rid of Mazarov too." Right?
Yeah.
He says that,
Yeah.
and then he like slowly reveals like, "Oh, I know about your family. Don't you want to know about your family?" And then she was like, "What, bitch? You know about my grandma? Don't talk about my grandma like that. It's not like that." But anyways, basically that's the vibe. And then he like and then it follows like you know, a very linear like story where he's like, "Oh, we must find the relic of severance and 4 other things and do this ritual." And that's what they end up doing. Like she doesn't trust him initially, but she has like no choice but to trust him and take his lead.
Yeah, because like it's basically like, do this or I will kill you is the threat. It's like, I'm not going to let you leave alive, but if you help me, I'll let you leave alive.
Yeah, basically.
And basically the ritual is actually a 2-part ritual, but they have to find the items of the Relic of Severance, which is like the bowl basically for it. And then the 4 things, the Moonfire Essence, some blood of an old elder that works at the academy, because they would have helped build the wards, the ash of Esme's people, and some water from the Convergence site under the school, which is full of magical energy. And these 4 items are used twice. One for the first ritual, which unbinds Dane from Kieran, because that's why Kieran has the power to kill her people, as he's bonded to Dane, which is a dragon. And once they're unbound, that kills Kieran. Kieran's only alive because of the bond. He's lifeless at that point. And after that, we see the second ritual, which is to unbind the dragon from the school, because that's why he's there. He can't leave, he's bound there. And once she unbinds him, she tries to run away and go home because she can hear her people upstairs trying to save her. And the dragon's like, "Hold up, bitch. Hold up. Hold up. You need to think about this. When have they ever sent more than 2 people to save someone? Why the fuck is the whole army here to save you? Have you ever thought maybe they just want you as a weapon because you took my blood during the ritual and now you're like almost like a demigod level of power?" And she's like, "No, that's not true. They love me." No, bitch, they don't love you.
Yeah, basically, he's like, "Don't go back to your hole, baby. Please come be with me." That was like the vibe. And Esme's like, "No, you don't know nothing about my family. You be talking smack." Because Dane the whole time is talking shit about his grandma, or her grandma, right? He was like, "Your grandma, she's a liar. She's an effing liar." And then Esme's like, "How dare you talk about my grandma like that?" But then she goes like, "Wait, but why would my grandma force me to drink his blood? It doesn't make sense." So she like basically is either getting gaslit by her grandma or Dane. So you don't know like who is right.
Yeah, we still don't know. I'm pretty sure the grandmother was gaslighting her, because I feel like she would have been left really weak after rituals, but I don't think Dane would have killed her, because I think he would have kept his word. I do think he was a person of his word, to be honest.
Yeah. I agree too. But yeah, anyways, so Esme's like, "I want to be with my family," but he's like, "Oh, heck no." So he like transforms into a dragon. And then like is it a bat like that tries to save her? Like her little flying thing is like, I can't go against a dragon. I'm sorry.
Oh, you mean that little vampire guy who was like, oh my god, I love you, Esme, at the beginning, and was like trying to be all like her boyfriend? Yeah, the dragon basically killed him. He's like, bitch, if I can't have you, no one can have you. You're coming with me. You're coming to my hometown. And this is where we get the biggest plot twist of the whole book, y'all. She wakes up in a large bedroom chamber. Okay, look, nothing bad happened, okay? Like, he didn't do nothing to her. And we find out his name is not Dane. It's Danthazar Draxon, the eldest son of the dragon ruling family, which means there is more than one dragon. When she thought he was the last dragon, she was surprised he was even alive.
Danthazar, that's... Okay, I think that summarizes the whole plot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I think we did it. I think we did it, y'all. We did it.
We did it.
We did it in less than 2 minutes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we can talk about certain parts of the story, but that was basically the story. It really picks up towards the end because you learn more about like the past, I guess. But yeah, everything else it was pretty straightforward plot, easy to understand.
Oh shit, I forgot to connect that. Okay, I connected it now. My VTube studio. Oh, just my mouth bridger.
Oh no!
It's okay. So, I do want to point out that, as Jake said, it was very sussy that he just kidnapped her. Honestly, his presence being in the room with her gave me like Edward from Twilight vibes at first, and I was like, dude, we've been over this once, it's still creepy.
Yeah, she's like watching her. Like there is a scene in her room. She's like, I know that there's like cameras. I don't know if like why is my room moving? Because she sees the shadows moving basically, and she thinks that she's hallucinating. But it's like implied that Dane was watching her the whole time with the shadows or something. So when that happened, I thought, oh, Shadow Daddy, right?
Yeah.
I literally thought he was gonna be a Shadow Daddy. I did not expect him to be a dragon. It's like. Because it says, like, romance with dragons and witches, and originally I thought Mazroth was, like, the dragon. So I was like,
that's because of the fire behind his eyes. It was, like, so clearly, like, a fire within, and I was like, oh, shit, he's the dragon. We met him, like, in the prologue. Nope, he's just a wizard who's bonded to a dragon who dies when the bonds break. Like...
It feels like he's, like, a shell, almost. Like, he's, like, not real.
I mean, that's kind of how they describe him, though, because when she, Oh, that's one part we've got to mention, the kidnapping. They kidnapped him as part of the ritual, and he dies during the ritual. She tries to seduce him, and he ends up walking her home, but the dragon mentions the only time he's human is when he goes to the bar. Every other time, he's just like almost like a golem. He just does what the Academy needs.
Yeah.
I know, yeah, the first book is slow, but honestly, it kicked off really good, and compared to the last dragon book we read together, I highly recommend this one.
I enjoyed this one a lot, and like it's slow on purpose, so I feel like a lot of people might not like this type of like build up for like a first book, but I enjoyed it a lot because it does go into like the world building. You do see like more character development and building with the professor and the main character.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not gonna... I feel like the second and third novel is definitely gonna be a lot better than this one, but I did appreciate all of, like, the world building and, like, just slow... It's a slow burn, for sure. It's a slow burn.
I will say one thing that I did appreciate about this is that it really makes her doubt who's her friend and who's her ally. I actually think she bonded herself to Dayan, to be honest, and now he's her mate. Because of the blood bond, because he was very adamant that if you drink my blood, it means more than you think. And she didn't seem to understand that.
And he just let it happen. Homeboy just was like, all right, that's your decision.
I think he had a crush on her because she was different.
You're different.
I mean, think about how long that bitch has been alive. He's been alive since the original fights. He's like, you're different. I like it.
Okay, I have a theory that he and the grandma or the great-grandma had a thing. I think he had a thing for the grandma for some reason. I'm just like, is there some sexual tension in the air?
Or what if she's the reincarnation of them, though?
That wouldn't make sense because, like, she talks to her grandma. Or is it the great-grandma?
I mean, the great-grandma the great grandma that he mentions that would not approve of what the current grandma's doing.
Yeah, maybe because like she doesn't have access to her great grandma.
Yeah.
She only has access to her current grandma, right? Like the not current grandma, but like the grandma, not the great grandma. So maybe she is like a reincarnation.
Oh, Jake, I have read the Aragon series all the way through. The only one I have not read is Murtagh, which was the recently published book. I do have it, I just have not read it yet. I actually kind of wish that they had started the series with a new set of dragon riders after Aragon, because it does show that that is a possibility, but they never picked up from there.
Oh no.
I read a lot of dragon books.
I have not been reading too much recently. This is the only book. Well, actually, I've been doing the Fourth Wing series with the graphic audio.
I've been reading it with my hubby. I've been making my editor.
So much better.
Okay, look. Let's not talk about the moans, okay? Because that's what graphic audio does.
The boats? Well, it's fine. I feel like for Fourth Wing and stuff, like they don't have too many like spicy scenes. Honestly, there is like a couple, but it's like not that intense compared to like Zodiac Academy.
I mean, fair.
I can handle this.
And I guess this is where one of our ratings should come in. This book has 0 out of 5 for spice because there are no spice scenes. And by spice, we mean sexual. We don't mean like a tempt or a like an edging where you're like, oh, are they going to kiss or not? We mean, is there an actual sex scene? No.
No, there's no like tension, like sexual tension. It's
No.
the most you get is like, oh, his skin on my skin's burning. It's like, okay, that's no boner, not even a partial boner for this book.
No, because I mean, like I said before, she's often describes him as having a unnaturally hot body temperature anyway. So I'm just like, are you just telling me he feels warm to the touch? Because you've told me that 10 times.
Yeah. Oh, we can talk about their little adventure with like the collecting things.
Oh,
like,
yes.
Basically, it follows the same formula. So like, no shade to the author. I think this book is actually well written.
I really did like this book, actually.
I kind of got confused though because I thought it was YA. Like it read as a young adult novel.
What is it actually if it's not YA? I thought it was YA.
No, I think this is a new adult, NA. And
wait, there's a new adult category? When did that happen?
Yeah, new adult. New adult is focused on characters age 18 to 29 navigating university and careers. That is.
Then what's young adult?
Young adult is for like basically in your teens to like your 20s, but there's no like sexual scenes whatsoever, and you can't cross that boundary at all. Like you can't add anything sexual.
I'm calling bullshit.
Level lower.
Because Fourth Wing is definitely young adult. It is
Fourth
categorized
Wing is not young adult.
I'm pretty sure it's categorized. Hold on, let me look it up because I'm pretty sure they categorize Fourth Wing as a young adult.
No, I think that's a romantasy book. There's no way this is young adult because it has like sex scenes in it.
No, it is a new adult.
It's a new adult fiction. So this is new adult. So it's very similar to the young adult fiction genre, but because there's like sex scenes, like explicit sex scenes, you cannot categorize that. So I think Darkbirch Academy will have some like sex scenes in the future, but like this is as spicy as like a children's novel. I'm sorry, there's like no spice whatsoever.
Okay, and let me be honest here. The Fuka sent me the spicy scene because I had bought the book. I just hadn't time to read it, and she was like trying to clue me in on what it was. It's the same scene where she breaks into Dayan's room to assassinate him on the night they go to collect the items, and it's just him shirtless, and he's like, "Hi," and she's like, "Hi." And then they just agree to go on an adventure together after she fails to kill him. I mean, she didn't even touch his abs, so I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah, so
no sexual tension.
Yeah, if you're looking for like those, you know, spicy, muy caliente scenes, this is not the book for that, but it's okay. I think it'll build up to that, and that's what I prefer, actually. I think where Fourth Wing does it right is because, one, Fourth Wing was hella long. Like, the novel is just like, is it like 500? I want to say it's like 500 pages.
I mean, and this book is actually not that long. The font is actually printed very large, and the chapters always leave a page blank. So even though it's like a 300-page book, I actually think it's more like 250 if you were to size down the font and stuff.
The word count apparently is... Wait, never mind. They don't have the word count, but I agree with what you're saying. It felt like a 200-page novel.
I say like 250 because it's 321 the way it's printed now, but that's including the chapter pages that are blank, and the font size is really big, which I appreciate because I have astigmatism, but like it does make the book a bit longer, so I don't think it's as long as other books we've read for this series.
Yeah.
And when I say this series, I mean LoreBiters. I don't mean like the actual series.
Yeah, but otherwise, I enjoyed it, like, but yeah, it was kind of repetitive with, like, the adventure scene, so I was, like, invested probably the first third of the novel because it was more of, like, world building. It was just like, I am a dark blood mage, and I use my blood for, like, magic and stuff, and they talked about how important, like, dark blood mages are to, like, they kind of connect the dead people with the alive people. So I thought that was, like, very interesting and gave, like, kind of a unique view of witches. Because, like, I didn't really think witches would do all that, right? I always thought they were, like chemists, right? Like, they just put stuff in their little cauldron.
I think the biggest thing about this book, and this is what I love, and Christian Graves, if you ever hear this, I applaud you 100% for this. You put the point of view in what we would consider a dark witch's point of view, and she explains why to other people, they are not considered dark witches. Well, to other people, they're dark witches, but to them, they are the natural witches because they are balancing life and death because they're using the dead to help the living, but also they're not destroying the natural order, which is what they're claiming the Clearbloods are doing by creating these abominations. I appreciate that we're seeing it from what we would consider a villain's point of view.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, this is so interesting. And, like, I mean, like, they don't make her different.
Yeah.
I think where the not I don't want to call it ugly duckling. The what was it? Black Swan. Which duckling is? It's not. I don't want to call them ugly duckling because it's not true. It's just like the black sheep of the family is definitely the younger sister, and I liked how she set up the tone. Like, I knew the younger sister was gonna come into play later, but she already set it up. So, like, that final chapter. I don't know. Wait, I think it is the final chapter where
it's the epilogue.
Oh yeah, the epilogue from Bryn's point of view. Like, it sets up, like, oh yeah, I don't agree with my family. They're kind of weird and sussy, and I was like, oh, she did such a good job with like tying all that together. So I really appreciate Krista Graves for having, like, a vision, and the storyline, even though it's, like, simple, it's easy to follow, and, like, it makes sense. It's just so coherent. So I enjoyed this book. It kept me on my seats for a while, like, just like, oh, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next?
I forgot to sleep one night because I was reading it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I feel like it's not like groundbreaking. Like, this was definitely not like a, oh my god, this is like such a different, spicy book. It was more like a, oh, I want to know what happens next.
Also, Jake, I have not read those books, but I have seen them. My housemate gives me those books often because he has 40k books and he has Pathfinder books on dragons, and he'll just put in my lap like research. And hi, King. And yes, Gore, you're right, alchemists is different from witches, but I think Fuka's referring specifically to the cauldron aspect of witches, like for the hag witches that brew potions.
Yeah, that's like my interpretation of witches. Like, I always thought they were like potion makers.
I mean, they can be. I mean, Esme even says they use potions. I do find it very interesting that because of the wards of the Hearthborn, that they can tell when a dark witch enters the building, and that's why she takes the suppression pills, is because the wards trigger upon their magical signatures, which is their aura, to say, hey, you do black magic, aka you cut your hand open to talk to the dead. Because they do blood sacrificing and stuff. So when I say she's your typical dark witch, she does blood sacrificing. She talks to the dead. They use ashes of the dead. Kind of necromancy style feeling for her magic. but they use it as a form of learning, and also the Darkbirch, also called Darkbitch by Esme herself, does use wards that have the ancestry spirits to help protect them, which is a major plot point at the end because Dane actually destroys most of the spirits. And when he's taking Esme away, the people back at Darkbirch are like, oh shit, we don't have wards anymore because we sent all of our ancestors to try to get Esme back, put all our eggs in a basket, and now we're fucked.
Yeah. But, like, I think the wards that they were saying aren't, like ethically sourced, if you will.
No, like, and that's
right?
why I said,
why Dane did it, because he probably knows where those like spirits come from, right? Because even Esme says it herself, like, oh, these spirits are like people who sold their souls, and now we use their souls like forever to ward Darkbirch. And I was like reading that like horrified, like that's actually messed up. That's actually kind of not okay.
Hi, Hubs. But yeah, like, and that's kind of what I was like getting to in the book thing, is that she tries to make herself sound like your everyday protag, but she's not. She's still a dark witch. It's just from her point of view, so everything about the other party seems so evil. But she's still doing things that if we put another point of view, we would consider her basically the Green Witch from The Wizard of Oz before they made Wicked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
Like, there's nothing her people are doing that's safe, and that's why Dane's like, hey, I'm trying to get you from them because they're not as good as you think they are. You're just kind of brainwashed. So I mean, yeah, he shouldn't have kidnapped her, but I understand why he did, because one, she's now bonded to him. That's how they can feel each other, through the blood letting / I guess sharing ritual they did. And also he's just like, he doesn't want them to get a more powerful weapon and wipe out the Clearbloods, because while the Darkbloods are more natural, the Clearbloods aren't exactly evil either, the way the Darkbloods are trying to say. They're technically all from the same ancestor.
Yeah. Another thing about Dane is, like, in the book, he's also someone who values balance.
Yes, he does.
And like, order. Like, he truly is the epitome of balance. Like, that is why he allows Esme to even drink his blood in the first place, because, like, he does warn her, like, hey, you don't want to do that. But she was like, oh, balance, equality, right? Like, if you're gonna drink my blood, I need to drink your blood. So they do the ritual, like, kind of in tandem. So, for example, he has to take off his shirt, she takes off her shirt. I guess that is spicy, but, like, it was just for balance purposes. She's like, this isn't fair. And that's what convinces him, really, to, like, allow her to drink his blood. So, like, I think he is definitely going to be, like, a good guy, obviously, right? Because, like, he's gentle with her, and stuff like that. But yeah, there's definitely, like, 3 perspectives that we have to think about. And then he also justifies, like, throughout the book, you get, like, little glimpses of, like, what his opinion is. He was, like, justifying the Clearblood stance on the Darkblood people, right? Like, because Clearbloods are basically made to, not made, but they're kind of conditioned to kill the Darkblood mages. They're like, oh, the Darkblood mages are really effed up. So, like, the dragons were actually the ones that taught them how to kill the Darkblood mages and kind of, like, change their culture and history in a way to coerce the Clearbloods to kill off Darkblood mages.
Okay, that's a two-way street, but first let me answer chat. Okay, Jake, I know that's true about Warhammer 40k. I played Space Marine 2. Y'all have some fucked up lore. I'm just gonna say that. Fucked up. Fuck the fuck up. I see what the Emperor does with those test subjects. We're talking about Darkbirch Academy, Ash and Wings by Christian Graves. And it is actually a witch book that is enemies to lovers, where she falls in love with the dragon at a later point, because it definitely was not in this book. Definitely not in this book.
It says fire and ice. Wait,
Okay.
I'm reading the back. If Voldemort had a bad 23-year-old daughter, you'd get Esme Salem, fire and ice. So is she ice? Is that her type of magic?
I would say darkness and ice go together typically, yeah.
And then he's like fire. He's obviously fire. Okay. Yeah, I want her to be the reincarnated great grandma. I genuinely want that. I feel like he had the hots for the grandma. I just need to. I need that. I need that.
I mean, you're right. I need that too. Okay, so Andrew, these wizard type things, the difference in the blood is there was a split in magic. I would assume it's kind of like Slytherin versus Gryffindor. One's like, I want to use our ancestors to talk and to expand our magic and help use them to fund our magic with blood rituals, while the other one's like, no, that's necromancy, we hate it, and they're trying to pull magic from other things. So one's using other items to fund their magic and one is using their ancestral ties, and they both think the other one's wrong. While the dragons actually originally sided with the Darkbloods, which is why it's interesting that Dane and Esme are friends and helping each other. Well, not really friends, but allies by force because of Dane being an ass. And it's interesting because the reason why the Darkbloods and dragons fell out initially and had that whole war that is hinted at but not really explained in full detail past little tidbits here and there is that the Darkbloods learned to control dragons and use them as a power source. Kind of like a dragon rider just pulling all the magic to their side and leaving the dragon with nothing till they die. And to kill the Clearbloods. And the dragons were like, hold up, this isn't what we agreed to. So they switched to the Clearblood side to kill all the Darkbloods.
Yeah, but then that doesn't work in Dane's favor either, because eventually he gets tied, like, magically bound to the academy, like the what's it called, the Heartborn Academy, which is the Clearblood one. And he was just like, dang, everyone's out for power, we shouldn't have done this. So he's clearly like regretful of like what happened, but he justifies it to Esme, like, this is the history, this is what happened to my people are trying to take advantage of the dragon blood and our power, and I'm not for it. So that's why I want to be unbound. I don't want to be here anymore. And, you know, that's super fair. So I like the setup. I also like how Krista sets up, like, the academy, like the Heartborn Academy. Yeah. Giving us, like, little tidbits of the secret. Like, it's built on that convergence point, right? With, like, and then we also find out it's, like, built on basically a cemetery or, like, a crypt, if you will. And Esme finds out, like, a bunch of her ancestors were, like, literally buried under the school. And she feels uncomfortable, like, in the chapter where she's, like, reading, or where you're reading about, like, her connection with the dead. It's very clear that the Darkblood mages don't disrespect their dead. They disrespect the Clearbloods, obviously, but their own dead people, they treat them with the utmost care. So she like apologizes, like, I'm sorry for, like, using physical, like, ash from my ancestors. And she was, like, advocating, like, no, Dane, I'm gonna carry my ancestors. I'm gonna make sure this, like, ash is honored because, like, it's so sacred. So I was like, oh, dang. So it's very clear that Darkblood mages, like, they're taught to respect the dead and not to just dismiss them as, like, weapons. So I'm wondering, where was the betrayal? Like, what happened? Why did they want to use the dragon so badly? What did the Clearbloods do in the past, you know?
You know what I also want to know, though, is, like, what the fuck happened that caused, you know, like, the Clearbloods to hate how much they're using dark magic. Because they're also, they give reverence to the dead. Like, the dead isn't just used for power. It's like an honorary thing. Like, they will summon their dead ancestor and be like, hey, I really need advice. Something's going wrong in my life. Can you give me input? And the dead will actually show up as a spirit and talk back to them, which, by the way, her runes on her arm that Dane puts on there to keep track of her alerts him when she does this. So if her grandma talks to her, he knows.
Yeah. And he knows the grandma so well. He's like, I know that girl. She ain't talking to you about what you're gonna wear, girl. What did you talk about, baby girl? And she's like, nothing, teehee.
Because I think the grandma's out for shit. I'll be honest. I think the grandma's up to nothing no good. I don't trust her. I really don't. And that's saying a lot because I could tell Esme trusts her. But there's something about the grandma that's not normal. And I can't put my finger on it.
What if it's not her grandma? Like, what if the person she's been talking to was, like, someone else the whole time? That's not her grandma. Like
not like an adopted grandma or something that was using her and her family?
Like, yeah, either adopted grandma or, like, her family has been lying to her about, like, her lineage or, like, just it's someone that's not good, right? And not related to her by blood. That would be very, very interesting. I think... Oh, my God. Oh. But maybe not. Maybe it is an evil grandma that has, like, a vision of, like, dark blood mages only.
I mean, yeah. Okay, here's the thing. What if she can actually talk to her clear blood ancestors too?
True.
Or before the divergence, as they're calling it.
Ooh, that's a good point because it's implied that they all lived happily before before the imbalance of power.
So also, yes, I think Dane does have some creeper status going on. And the book is interesting, and I know 40k has a lot of lore I have not scratched. I'm scared. There is a React video I'm supposed to watch about it, but 40k also has a monster amount of lore. Like a monster
40K?
amount. 40K? Warhammer.
Oh. No, thank you. That looks like a lot. That looks like too much. Too much.
So I also want to point out, just like the Darkbloods and Clearbloods are complete opposites in how they do spells and stuff, it's almost like a balance / harmony, which is what Dane keeps like harping on. And it's so interesting because their castles and their fortresses / academies are the same. Darkbirch is a gothic castle where they learn and everything's dangerous. And it just is a place that you don't want to enter unless you're ready to like face the devil. But if you go to Hearthborn, it's all airy, all light, all like pristine, clean, and just welcoming. It's so funny how the author has made it so clear they're like opposite ends of the spectrum to show they balance each other. So in reality, I think Dane is going to be on the side of both have to survive, but also I can't let them kill each other, even though they're really trying really hard to.
Yeah. And I want to see the reason why they're trying to kill each other. I don't want it to be, you know, like this is an age-old, like, problem with, like, just the power imbalance. I want some romance happening, like, your man cheated on my man, or something like that. I want drama. Give me some drama.
I mean, there's options for drama in the next one, because he just returned home since, like, what, 50 plus years at least? He could have had a fiance, because he is, like, the reigning prince.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see him return home, because they are acting like nothing happened. But I guess for dragons, like, a lifetime is nothing.
I mean, for immortals...
Don't know how old... Wait, are they immortals? They're immortals.
I'm pretty sure he's an immortal, or at least he ages slow enough to be considered one. At that point...
The Darkbloods and Clearbloods are, like, basically human. Like, they live... Okay.
Also, actually, Fuka, that's a really good point. I don't know if you meant to say it, but they are human, and Darkbloods were the only ones we saw with species that were not human living with them.
Yes.
I won't count Dane with the Clearbloods, because he wasn't there willingly.
Yeah, he's not.
But the Darkbloods had werewolves and vampires living there. So that, again, ties into the fact that, you know, Esme considers them more natural, because she lives with the supernatural, where the Clearbloods are like, seem to act like, if it's not within their control, they don't want it.
Yeah. Like, surveillance and control is a huge theme with the Clearbloods.
Yes.
So that makes sense. Oh, dang. Dang. I'm so excited for this next book. I'm gonna just eat it up. It's like, I don't no. This is like what I was talking about, right? Like, it's easy enough for me to feel accomplished. Like, wow, I did the thing. I read a book, right? But I think this is a pretty good, like, it keeps your interest long enough. It's not, I would not say it's like, again, groundbreaking level storytelling or anything. It's just good enough to keep my interest.
I mean, yeah, and I'll be honest, the book is so straightforward. There's not much to dig into. I mean, I could talk about, like, theories. I mean, she lives with the dragon, so I'm guessing her family is going to try to get her back from the dragon. But the issues are going to be is none of them currently know how to fight dragons because they thought dragons were dead. So that knowledge is kind of, in my opinion, probably lost.
Yeah, you're right, because she gets surprised. Like, I thought you were the last one. And I thought he was the last one, too. But I guess there's... where do they live? How do they hide for that long? What?
Underground?
Underground?
That's where she's at right now.
Oh, I thought they were in the sky for some reason, because they're dragons.
Well, no, dragon lives in caves, so I'm sure he flew to his, like, cave and it leads to an underground city.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I literally thought they were, like, in the sky. So, like,
no,
in my brain...
Yeah.
In my brain, because I know that they can't fly, like, the humans. Like, they're not making rocket ships or anything, right? I was just like, maybe they're in, like, a castle in the sky. But it makes more sense that they're underground.
I mean, you might be right, but I interpret it as an underground thing.
Maybe, no, well, it would make more sense if it was underground because, like, what's it called? You know, dragons do live in caves. As a dragon yourself, you live in a cave, I'm assuming. I wish this story got, like, more, what's it called? Action. Like, I want this story to succeed, you know?
I do too. I really do. I think she has
potential.
It does. I will say I am kind of sad that Dane outed us dragons to say that we don't hoard people or anything. We only hoard books and knowledge. I'm calling bullshit. I hoard people. Welcome to the horde. I hoard people. I don't hoard knowledge. I do like watching knowledgeable things with y'all, but I definitely hoard people. There's a reason why there's a subscribe and a follow button. Once you join the den, you're stuck in the den.
Yeah, that was... I want him to hoard treasure, though. Like, I want him to... I see shiny thing. I want him to have that, like, little tick. Like, I see shiny thing. I must collect it.
I know. I was kind of really sad that he, like, legit was like, no, I don't hoard anything but knowledge. I'm like, what kind of dragon are you? What kind of dragon? At least say you hoard treasure.
You know, it's gonna come out that he's not a real dragon.
He's gonna be a wyvern, isn't he?
Yeah, he's gonna be a wyvern. He's gonna be like, I've been lying to you this whole time. I'm not a dragon. Were your dragon senses tingling, like, as a dragon? Where you're like, he doesn't seem like a full dragon. I'm sorry. I agree. He doesn't hoard people. He doesn't hoard items. He hoards knowledge.
I mean, to be fair, if you follow D&D lore, there are some dragons who do like knowledge. So I won't say that he's not a true dragon. There are, like, subspecies and subclasses and subcolors of dragons. So it's very possible. He's just not the dragon that, you know, we typically associate. My precious, wait, wrong story. Also, hi, Boomy. And yes, the horde shall rise up against the heresy. Also, I need to finish Space Marine 2s with Day. I need to tell my mod he's got to plan a day to play Space Marines 2 with me. We're in the last story part of multiplayer.
Oh, the Warhammer.
Yeah.
This looks like a really long story. I don't think... Oh my god. No.
Oh, Space Marines? Yeah, no, it's long as fuck. Also, I found out Space Marines, they go to bathroom in their suits.
That makes sense, because I think astronauts also go to bathroom in their suits, right?
I mean, I kind of asked it, and I was kind of drunk, so I worded it wrong. But then the next day, I asked my housemate, and he's like, yeah, they can't get out of that suit, so there's, like, no option. I was like, oh, yeah, you're right, fam, you're right. They're like a fucking 3-ton monster just running around. Like, they can't even jump because the floor will crumble under them.
Well, is there, like, a vacuum? A vacuum that... They can clean out their suit, right? I'm
hoping so. I'm just gonna say yes.
I'm like looking up how do astronauts poop in space, and there's like a literal picture of a vacuum. A poop bag and a vacuum. Well, good for them. That's great to know. This is great to know. I kind of like the gravity though, like to help.
I mean,
with the
they
numbers.
can, Jake, but when they're on missions for like a week long, I don't think they take their armor off for safety. I've seen the hive. I've seen the hive. They're too aggressive.
I don't think I could be a space marine. No.
No, I would not be a space marine. I would not be a good one. I do not want to become an honorary space marine. That thing that what the fuck does it become? Oh my god, it's on the tip of my tongue. It becomes like a Hulk. There it is, a Hulk. If you're a good enough space marine and you die, you become the Hulk.
The Hulk?
Yeah, you don't want to be the Hulk. It just basically means they keep your brain alive. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Ew.
Basically, until you're dead, they keep using your body.
Ooh,
That's how dark the Dreadnought. That's right. Thanks, Boomy. That's how dark the Space Marine lore gets. They keep using you until you're dead. If your brain works, they will find a use for it. That's why Jake keeps talking about how dark Space Marines are.
It sounds terrifying.
It is.
I think I'm okay.
I only play that game while drinking because I don't like watching the little babies. I hate it. The little information things. It makes me sad.
Oh.
But let's get back on topic because you're gonna make me sad.
Oh my god.
I hate how they do the
that
things.
Sounds sad. I don't want to get into that. I don't think I'm ready.
I'm not ready either.
Yeah. So what would you rate this book?
Honestly, I'd give it a 3.5 out of 5 to a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I have to give it a 4 out of 5 because I think my last rating for Fear the Flames was a 3. So this is definitely a 4, but 4, yeah, this is definitely a 4 for me. The thing that docks it off a couple is just like the writing style. I'm not shitting on the writing style. I think it's just straightforward, you know, like it's not flowery or anything. So if you want like a straightforward, easy to understand story, that'd be great. But I do prefer like more styles that kind of imply symbolism here and there. So I wish there was more symbolism and more like actually world building, but it's because I just like worlds and reading about them. Like I really wanted to know more about Salem's family and her connection with her brother because like I didn't really feel bad for her brother.
It happened too early in the book.
They're like, she was like, I have to like not avenge my brother, but I have to help him out. But I was like, nah, leave him to die. You have other siblings. Siblings, Esme.
It happened too early and there was like no flashbacks to feed that kinship, you know?
That reminds me of my ex-wife. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Got you?
You cannot drop like, oh my gosh.
But
yeah.
I say that because like in the first 3 chapters we learned that he can't be saved basically. And that he's his essence is destroyed and he's basically in a grave, alive but living wrapped up in the spirits of his ancestors as they try to repair his aura.
Yeah, so I think he'll like come back. I do think he's gonna come back, but like maybe they're gonna use his brother or her brother because like what's his face? Dane had mentioned like, oh, Jax is also someone that they considered using, the clear blood. So there's something special about him. So maybe the dark bloods will make him into essentially what Kieran is. Cause like obviously they kind of went through Heartborn already, and like if they're already there, they're probably gonna steal their research. So maybe Jax will come back as like an enemy of some sort.
I actually feel like they could have used Esme too. I'm wondering if they were trying to use like a Salem bloodline witch, you know, because that's supposed to be like the prime bloodline of the Salem witches.
Yeah. They were probably at first trying to use Esme, but clearly like that plan fell. So like they're gonna have to use Jax. They're gonna be like, he's the next in line, you know? Like we gotta use him.
Also,
or maybe to save him, they'll have to do something. Yeah. Yeah?
Can I also point out, I'm kind of sad that we only saw Dane's dragon form at the very end, and only for a few moments.
Yeah, I agree.
It was only because he was rescuing / kidnapping her from her own people.
Yeah. Well, I feel like he couldn't maybe he couldn't transform into a dragon because he was bounded to the academy, and like his powers were being used by Kieran or Mazarov, right? Like, so
yeah.
It makes sense why it's like towards the end, because like it was implied that his power bank basically was like cut by like a third or even like 2/3.
I will also say though, I kind of do hate that Esme is so good at everything. Like, we didn't see her develop. She even takes Kieran on in a magic fight and wins after she drinks his blood.
Yeah, she's just too perfect. And like, I think I was complaining about it already, but like, okay, every time they would like go collect something, like they're like, oh, we need to go infiltrate this greenhouse, right? And it would just literally be like her and Dane shoved into a corner and waiting for Mazarov to like leave. So it was supposed to like be a cat and mouse. I get that. Like they would get the thing, and then Mazarov would be like, I sent someone here. Someone is here, but I don't know where. And then they would just be shoved in the corner. So like the solution was always the same. They're always successful. Like there was no stakes involved. So like this is like where it falls short. If you're looking for like a push and pull, I don't think they have that push and pull intention at all. No. It just easily happens for her.
Jake, I will definitely say in the perspective of Esme, it's a yoink, but in Dane's point of view, it's a rescue.
Yeah, because he's saving her from her family. He basically says that, like, you don't want to go with your family. And he just yoinks her.
And I will also say that I think my big issue with Esme is after she drinks his blood, she can suddenly do all this dragon magic, which I get his blood is in her system. But how do you do it without ever being taught it? So it's like she suddenly got a big power boost, and it's like she just knows how to do everything now, with there no learning involved.
Yeah. They should have went down the not to compare it to Fourth Wing, but it was kind of what's it called? Advertised as Fourth Wing. If this person made it like Fourth Wing or inspired, I think they should have taken a note from Rebecca Yarros, where if you attain a new power, you could potentially lose your life trying to use the power or like exploding, you know? Like I really appreciated the fact that in Fourth Wing, like even if you're gifted a power, you don't know how to use it or properly channel, so you could probably like potentially just lose your life right there and then. So I liked that stake. So I wish that Darkbirch Academy had higher stakes for our main character, but it seems like she's able to get away with everything. So yeah, like I want her to hear like the shadows of people. I want her to hear the ancestors of Dane. That would be so cool. And then she goes crazy because she hears like 2 different voices. And she's like, why am I listening to voices? You know, like I want her to go crazy. That'd be so cool. That'd be so fucking cool.
Do you know what I would have loved to happen, Fuka? If when she casted that ward at the end to trap Dane, so that forced him to go to dragon form, if instead she trapped herself and then Dane broke the castle down and took her.
That would have been such a good twist.
Yes. Like if she had tried to stop him so she could go back to her family, and it turns out that her magic turned against her because it was attacking the person who gave her the power. And then instead ensnared her, which allowed him to get her out of there and also like deal a blow to both of the covens.
That actually would have been so cool to add, because that like gives her limitations on her powers. Like, oh, you can't attack your bloodbound person. Like you're now bloodbound, so you guys can't kill each other essentially. That'd be so good. Great, we got another victim of Mary Sue syndrome. Yeah, kind of, because she's perfect. She's like annoyingly perfect at everything. Like everything she does. I can be an assassin. I can impersonate someone. It would have been great to like, if she wasn't good at impersonating people or like pretending, right? It would have been so great. Like if she fucked up somewhere with her impersonation of being, what was her name again? Something Winters.
Clara Winters.
Clara Winters. If she like couldn't be Clara Winters, right? Like that would have been so great.
Is it bad? Great. I'm kind of hoping the author fixes that in the next book because, and this is from what Dane said, when she got all that new power, it was supposed to be unstable and hard for her to control. If that's when we start to see all her faults.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that's good writing, right? Like you set up a character and then you like add some faults to them or give them some human qualities. She is human at the end of the day, so yeah, I would love that. I would definitely love that if she had more faults. Cause like I don't mind that she's a Mary Sue because she's not that annoying. Honestly, she's not that annoying.
She's not Bella from Twilight level.
Yeah. She's not like, oh, I'm the main character, woe is me. She's more like oh, I have a job to do. I'm just gonna do it, and I'm perfect. Okay. So I'm not too mad that she is a Mary Sue in a way. But I wish she had more depth to her character because she is. I think the base of Esme is pretty good.
Yeah, I think the problem is again this book is very short, and the author didn't put enough in there to make them a truly 3D character yet. And I'm hoping the second book goes into defining that.
Yeah, so
because she had a lot. Yeah, she had a lot she was trying to do in one book, and you could tell because she even like did time skips. The book takes place over a few weeks, but a lot of those weeks are just time skipped.
Yeah, honestly, when I was reading about them, when I was reading the adventure, like, oh, let's get the Relic of Severance and then the 4 things, I actually, in my mind, only a day passed. Like, in my brain, it was like, oh, they did this all in one day.
I thought they did it all in one night. I was just like, oh, damn. Damn, girl.
Yeah.
Y'all were pushing.
It wasn't until Mazarov, like, confronted Dane, like, hey, I noticed that your patterns have been, like, not normal. What are you doing? And then you realize, oh, this takes place in multiple weeks. So she's not Rey, Palpatine, or Bella Swan levels, but I'm kinda still skeptical. I think we would have said that she's annoying. Like there's a fine line. I did not find her annoying.
I think another thing that saves her is she's not like a second generation Mary Sue based off another character. This is like a whole standalone, so we're giving her a little bit more grace. Because in the first book is hard for any author because you gotta introduce world building, lore, make your character interesting, make the plot interesting, and also find a reason for the people to buy the second book. Like, it's a lot to do for a first book where the second books are typically like developing characters.
Yeah. And it isn't like as long as Fourth Wing or Zodiac Academy, so it is hard to like get all of that in just a couple of like just 200 pages. So yeah, that's fair. Fair. To make her kind of Mary Sue-esque, but like she's kind of her own person. She's like a emo Mary Sue. Emo Mary Sue.
I meant to look up the first one, but I will say from the quick thing I glanced, everyone's saying the second book is better than the first, which is already a plus because we like the first.
I already know I'm gonna enjoy the second book a lot more because it's gonna go more into the dragon lore, and probably the dynamic between the dragons and Esme's family. So I already know I'm gonna like the second book, and I'm very curious about Bryn's character, the sister. So I'm very, very excited. Okay, but why did they have to make... Was it Chad? There was a Chad in here. I might have read that wrong, but who the F? I read Chad somewhere. Where is it? Her mentor's name is Chad. Bryn's mentor name is Chad. Like, I'm sorry, Krista Graves. Could you give them, like, better names? Chad is just... why did she name him Chad?
I will say another thing, and I know Fuka mentioned this, I think I liked it so much because it was actually easy to read. And after trying to follow, like, Fear the Flames, which was convoluted, and, like, we would finish a chapter and suddenly be in a whole nother city with no, like, how did we get there plot or anything. It felt nice to be able to understand the book and not have to sit there and flip through, like, chapters after chapters to figure out what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
It felt nice to have something cohesion.
Yeah, I agree. At first, I thought I was stupid when I was reading Fear the Flames. I was like, damn, I'm like an idiot. I don't know what's happening. But after reading this, like, no, this is like a definitely more cohesive story. It's simple, easy to understand, but there is something there. There's something there. Wait. I did not read this note in the back. No, this is not a love triangle. Okay, I like how they like clarified that. But yeah. Dude, why did she name the dragon Lord Dainthazar? Like what was going on there? Mezzy, as a dragon, would you name your kid Dainthazar? Like what?
No.
And she's not named after anything, I think. That's a unique name. So maybe that's why she wanted to name him Dainthazar. Because, like, there's no other character named that. Like, if you Google Dainthazar, her book is the first one that pops up.
I would never name my kid that. I don't know why she did that. I think it was just trying to show he's old. Because, like someone else said, or you said, it's like Balthazar. It makes you think like the older names.
Dane plus Balthazar, and I'm like, ugh. I can't imagine like getting down and dirty with him. Like, oh my god, Dainthazar, I would lose my shit, Messi. I'm sorry, I can't.
Like,
Boner gone.
And then like her grandmother's name was Esther Esme Salem, and Esther, I think of biblical names when I hear Esther.
Yeah, Esther. I like the name Esther though. Esther's like really cute and like just standard, you know? I would take Chad. Okay, you can't have a guy named Chad and then a guy named Dainthazar. What the fuck?
I agree, Jake. All the good names were taken. They can't all have good names like Mezel.
All the good names were taken, so she had to name the guy Chad. So she had to do Dainthazar. Dainthazar. Do you think he's named after like Daenerys? Like Dany? Daenerys.
I don't know. I feel like with the way she advertised the book, it was Terran mixed with Hogwarts mixed with Fourth Wing. I wonder if it's Salazar Slytherin.
Oh, you're so right. Slytherin.
And Dane because of like Dane and Fourth Wing. Because it's D-A-Y-N instead of D-A-I-N.
Why did she pick like a loser character like Dane though? I fucking hate. I'm sorry. Whenever I hear Atos or Dane, I literally just want to vomit.
Okay, he's gotten better in the last few books.
Nah, I still hate him. I'm sorry. Oh, I don't like him.
But no, I think it's because of Salazar. No,
Salazar?
Because she does like, if I remember right from that graphic I sent, let me check my TikTok. Not TikTok, my booktok on the Discord. There's a poster for this book. Yes, it's True Enemies to Lovers. Delicious Slow Burn. Oh yes, it's sure as hell a slow burn. Fourth Wing meets Hogwarts. Twisted Dark Academy. Dangerous Banner. Forced Proximity. Unpredicted Antihero. Deal with the Devil. That is how the book is described through one of her media posts to describe how the plots of the book.
So she named him after a bald man?
Is Salazar Slytherin bald?
Yeah, he looks like this. He's a bald man. Or mostly bald and like has a beard. Does Dane have a beard? Oh my god. That would change a lot. That would change a lot for me.
But if you remember, Salazar Slytherin was the partial tongue who could talk with snakes.
Oh, yeah.
So she
And I
named
guess,
the dragon guy after a guy who's known to be tied to snakes. Which is a reptilian, which a dragon is also reptilian.
Oh, that would make sense.
At least she didn't name him after Voldemort, who doesn't have a nose. That got you to laugh! I heard it!
But she's supposed to be like his daughter. Or, yeah, she's supposed to be his daughter. Marvolo? Marvolo. Oh, Marvolo, like what's it called? Mazarov. Okay, maybe he got named after Tom Riddle.
Oh, Marvolo Riddle?
Yeah.
Potentially.
I think beards are pretty cool. When I was a kid, I wanted to grow a beard, and then I realized I was a woman.
Oh!
I know, because all great scientists have a beard. When you're growing up and looking at, like, the old OG scientists, they had long, well-kept beards.
I do not have a beard, Fuka, just so you know.
It's okay. You have a tail. I guess that's close enough to having a beard, a tail. It's like your little man tail.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's where the name actually came from. I think it was a pun on Salazar Slytherin. I don't think Balthazar has anything to do with it.
Okay, that makes more sense. But like, I just Danthazar. Kind of sounds like a Pokemon.
Sorry.
Go Danthazar! Use flamethrower.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. She probably just will call him Dane. Gonna be
Yeah,
like, I'm not calling you Lord Danthazar. What was his last name? What was
Jackson?
His last... Oh boy. Draxton?
Draxon, yeah.
I think, yeah. That's, isn't that Zodiac Academy last name, right? Isn't that, what is his name? Isn't something Draxton? No, it's not. Zodiac Academy. What was his name again? I forgot his name already. The guy. The dragon guy. Who's the dragon? Where is his... Not Caleb, not Max. Darius! No, it's Acrux. Acrux. Okay, Darius Acrux. Okay. I'm wrong.
Plus, I don't...
Five.
The Draxon 5.
Draxon meaning. Does it just sound like dragon? Draxton? Dragon? Maybe.
I think so.
Okay. I'm curious where the Voldemort inspiration for Esme comes from, because it says if Voldemort had a daughter, that would be her. So, like, is she, like, evil? Not evil.
Oh, wait, which one's... What did you say? Sorry, I was looking up Draxon.
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking about, like, Esme's character and how she would be related or inspired by Voldemort, because it's supposed to be, like, based off of, like, if Voldemort had a daughter. Okay,
Oh, because she's evil?
Is that it? Because she's evil? I want more. I want more to this
I mean,
story.
like, she is literally, like, a top dark mage who assassinates people as her main job while still being a student.
Oh, it's just the power thing? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they really don't go into much detail about her past a job that she kind of fills because a dragon kind of cons her into a different game. But she's supposed to be their top assassin, actually.
Yes.
Also, Draxen, name meaning, I did look it up, is the name associated with a love for nature, a desire for independent work, and a potential difficulty in expressing affection or emotions leading to bluntness.
Aw, that's cute. That's him. That's literally him.
Yeah, that is him.
Apparently,
Yeah.
Esme is also a Cullen name. Esme Cullen.
Yeah, that's that's Carlisle's wife.
Okay. Okay, Esme. All right.
Yes, you're correct. I agree with you, Jake. I think it's just because she's a dark witch. I think... Because honestly, this book did not have that much of a Hogwarts feel, as the author is saying. Because I felt like Zodiac Academy had more of a Hogwarts feel, because it even had house points in different houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like they're saying house because she lived in a college, but Hogwarts is not a college level thing, it's like an elementary school thing.
Yeah, I think they only compared it to Hogwarts because of the magic system.
Yeah.
I think, like, because they have relics, right, and wards, and that's very similar to, like, how Hogwarts... I think they also had relics, right? Or, like, something similar.
They had relics that were turned into Horcruxes, correct?
Yeah, the Horcruxes. So maybe, like...
Yeah.
Maybe it's, like, more related to that. Yeah. I thought this would be, like, rivals for some reason. But it's not. And then, okay, so I'm gonna be honest. When I read Professor Dane, I kind of, like, almost dropped this book. I was like, I don't like...
Why?
I don't like mentor and mentee relationships. I think the power dynamic there is just like, no. Insta, no boner for Fuka. But as I kept reading, it's very clear that he's not really a professor, right? He's not there to, like, fuck students. He's just there because he's forced to be there. So I'm like, okay, I can get down with this. And then it turns out that he's, like, a prince. So I'm like, oh, he's not really a teacher.
I would like to argue he's not even there to teach, he's just there to not get killed.
Yeah, so, like, after they stopped, like, implying he's, like, a teacher or, like, you know, doing the teacher stuff, I was like, okay, I could read this now.
Yeah. Hogwarts is more of a K through 12. Yes, correct. It starts with them being, what, is it 11 or 13 when they get their Hogwarts letter?
Yeah, I think it's, like, when they're 11, right? He turned 11? Did Harry turn 11? In the book? Yeah, he turns 11, and then they're like, you're a wizard, Harry.
Yes. But honestly, though, I still liked it. I don't think there was that much dangerous banter, as... When I think of banter, I think of it like... funny humor, ha ha ha. But I really didn't see much banter between the two, to be honest with you.
They were never arguing. Literally, okay, the vibe was literally... Dane was supposed to be this hot, mysterious guy, right? But he came off... Well, actually, back in my day... That's how he started sounding to me.
He gave up the...
It wasn't like this at all, Esme. Do your research.
Okay, my problem is that he didn't do the mysterious vibe correctly.
Yeah, if anything, he's just awkward because he's old.
He's awkward and he tells everything and he doesn't hold any information back. He says he does, but as soon as she would ask him bluntly, he's like, oh no, this is the answer. He's just like, here you go. And I'm like, no, dude, hold some of that to yourself.
Yeah, I think the only time we get, like, him being, like, a dick is, like, he basically told Esme, like, oh yeah, I would have left you to die when it came down to it. But then she thought about it. Like, she had her own thought. She's like, yeah, actually, I would do the same, so I don't blame you. So there's no, like... she doesn't even get mad at him. Like, what? How is this banter?
I mean, Dane was definitely a nerd cosplaying as a himbo. He's very smart. He's actually, in my opinion, almost a nice guy. He's definitely more out for himself, but he definitely cares about the needs of others. Because he is a prince, and that's kind of his job.
Yeah. You know when she tried to assassinate him, right? In his sleep while he was shirtless? He could have, like, done more, right? It could have been more spicy where he, like, pins her to the floor and, like, you know, increase the spice level where you're just like, But none of that happened. He was so respectful. He's like, okay, are you done? Are you done playing here? Okay, I have to get back to my job. Have a nice day. No spice whatsoever.
I kind of wish, okay, chat, don't come at me. I'm not saying pin her to the bed in the way of, like, taking off clothes, but pinned her to the bed and held the knife to her throat.
Yeah!
Like, show he was ahead of her.
And then, like, have a speech like, you know, I could kill you right now. I thought you were an assassin, you know, stuff like that. Or I thought you were better than this.
Nakumi, thank you for the raid. Thank you. Let's see, did my thing actually shout you out like it's supposed to?
Yeah, it did. Welcome, Raiders.
Welcome, Raiders. I am Mezzy, and we are talking about Darkbirch Academy by Krista Graves. Oh, I just realized her last name's actually Graves. That's kind of funny. What were you playing? Let's see. Were you playing Starfield? Is what it says. I hope you had fun. And make sure you guys follow Nakumi. Not Nakumi. Nakami. I don't know why I said Nakumi. My brain is going burr because all these Russian names.
Oh yeah, I don't even know. Is this the what's it called? The antagonist? Is his name like Kieran? Kieran?
I said Kieran.
Kieran. Like, you said that Kierans were like dragon. So when I read that, I was like, is he a dragon? Because like Kieran's, right? He's not a dragon.
I thought he was a dragon.
He's not a dragon though. He's not a dragon.
I thought he was a dragon, and then he wasn't. Okay, look. The way she described him in the beginning, he was very dragon-esque.
According to AI, it means little dark one or little black-haired one. It's like a Gaelic name.
Oh. I am having fun, and I haven't seen you in forever either. I hope you've been well. I've been streaming more later at night because of the baby. It makes it hard to stream during the day.
That makes sense. The babu. You need to spend time with your family, Mezzy. It's okay.
Yes.
Is she sleeping right now? The babu?
The baby? Yes. She is definitely sleeping, but that's okay. Also, I keep trying to look up Kieran's name. I think I mistyped it because it keeps telling me what Korean means.
Korean? I spelled it as K-Ran, and then it, like, AI corrected me to Sieran.
Did we spell it wrong when the Google Doc is K-I?
No, that's exactly how you spell his name. So, I don't know. I'm just reading what Google AI gave me.
Well, because it's only one letter off from Korean, is correcting it to Korean. Because the way the author spells it is Kirean.
Yeah.
So there's an E before the A, Jake. And that's why my Google keeps going, no, this is Korean. You don't know how to spell Korean. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to spell Korean. I'm not trying.
Yeah, well, he's not important. He's dead. He's not coming back.
I mean, he is actually dead, right? Like, I know they said lifeless body.
Dead. Yeah, I think he's like dead. He's not coming back. There's no love triangle, unfortunately. He can't just rise from the dead. There were incubi in here? Where was the incubi?
She
that?
she talked about it very briefly. That they, not her. Her sister talks about how they keep trying to like get in her bedroom and sleep with her. In the epilogue.
The mentor? The mentor? He's the incubi?
Not him, but her housemates. You know, Brennan's chapter at the end?
Yeah.
They talk about the incubi there.
That's such a good problem to have. Just kidding! I'm just kidding!
Hi, Taco. Thank you for the hydration.
Incubi are so hot. So like, oh, she's, what's it called? First world problems. Oh my god. So these incubi, they just wanna get with me. Can't imagine.
Also, there's a part we didn't really talk about, which I found interesting. Why was Kieran stopped from attacking the main protag in the first 3 chapters? Because they told Kieran he wasn't ready to fight her yet, but if he attacks Aura, he could have easily killed her.
Let me go back to that. Let's see. Do you think it was Dane that was like attacking her at first too? Because it said that there was like a low baritone voice that said that. No?
I don't know.
Let's see. Oh, you're not going anywhere, Darkblood. A deep baritone voice, dripping with malice, utters behind his visor. He's close.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think that was Kieran.
Yeah, that's definitely Kieran.
And then I claw my hand. Just as I claw my hands, a voice bells from the staircase. Marjov, stop. You're not strong enough yet. We can't risk losing you. I stare into the... Okay, who is he? Well, we don't know when the experiment happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know when he got his powers, when he was using or channeling Dane's power into himself.
Yes.
And I don't know if they knew what his powers were capable of just yet. Because it seemed like every day he had to go back to the experimentation room, like the lab, to like give like little updates.
Also, I will say I did like this one quote in the book. It says, every dragon has scales they don't show, Esme. He says, his voice low, just as every witch has a spell she keeps unspoken. And as a D&D player, that's so true. Because there's always one spell you're keeping in your pocket for an oh shit moment.
Wow.
Like, it is so fucking true. As a D&D wizard / sorceress / arcane type character, I will say you always keep the oh shit spell in case the DM decides to have a fight or the fight goes sideways. You don't waste all your big spells in the beginning.
Oh.
I will say that's
about that.
That's like 100% accurate in my opinion. That's just me though.
I'm glad you found the quote that you liked. I don't think I felt very strongly about anything that was written.
It's just a quote he kept saying, and I felt like it was very well said. Because I don't know if she made the quote up herself, or if it was something she found somewhere else and reused it, but it was a nice quote that was very well spoken. Especially since it came from the dragon who's supposed to be very intelligent. Because that's also him calling out her BS, saying like, hey, I know you have spells you're not using against me, and you know I have stuff to use that could kill you, and he's saying, let's hold our nukes back. But I'm aware of you and you're aware of me. He's basically calling out, he knows that this alliance is shaky. Thank you, Jake. Thank you.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen many people review this book, actually.
I feel like Yeah, because it wasn't pushed on TikTok as much as Fear the Flames, but I would say like this is, I don't want to compare apples to oranges, but I enjoyed this book a lot more than Fear the Flames, and I truly considered this to be more of a dragon romance.
Yes.
Because it goes a little bit into the dragon lore and kind of spins the dragon trope on its head, where we have a dragon / human, right, pairing. She's gonna do a dragon! They're gonna smash! They're gonna procreate!
Okay. Let's be honest here, y'all. Let's be honest. In D&D, that's not hard. Everyone fucks a dragon once if you're a bard. Everyone does it once. That's like a meme.
You gotta try it.
You gotta try it once. Just once.
Gotta try it once. But yeah, I would say like I wish this was like what's it called? This was marketed more rather than Fear the Flames, because this has more bite to it. I would even say that like the spicy scenes in Darkbirch Academy, like I think that's probably why it wasn't pushed as much, because there's not a lot of like there's not a lot of romance in this book, but it built up to it. So I'm excited for the second novel, because like I think the payoff is worth it, like to get to those type of scenes.
I will say though, this author is a very fast writer, and I'm not sure if the books get longer or not, but so far we are looking at Dark Academy Ashen Wings, which is what we just read, 2025, Embers and Secrets, 2025, Fire and Shadows, 2026, and Stars and Lies in 2026. So she's pumping out 2 books a year.
Oh wow, yeah, she's a really fast writer then.
Yeah, I just wanted to point that out because I know we did mention the book felt shorter than some of the other books we read, but that's because of how fast she's getting them out. So it's not like we're waiting years for the next one.
True. Maybe it'll like get the push it needs in a couple of months or years.
Yes.
I think it's well written enough for it to be a bestseller. Like I do think that.
I will say,
material.
Christian Graves, if you ever watch or listen to this podcast, 1, we would be honored, and secondly, we really did love your book, and I don't think it's getting the recognition it deserves as opposed to other book talks book we've been recommended, because it's definitely one of our favorites, because we've read some of them, and I will definitely say that your book read like it was actually thought out, while some of the other ones we have read felt like a Wattpad fanfiction. So this definitely read more cohesive. The language is simple, but guess what? I enjoyed it. It helped because I've been reading a lot of Frida McFadden, and the simple language without trying to figure out convoluted mystery plots was amazing. It was a great brain relief for me, and I enjoyed it, and I'm excited to see how you develop the characters in the next book with more intricate details and fleshing them out. And no, she's not pulling a George R. R. Martin.
Yeah, I think she has the ending like actually in mind. Yeah. She has the end. Wait, what was that? What is it called? She has the ending in mind, and she's writing towards the ending, and you can tell that like everything that she's planned so far, it's very cohesive and it's building up to the payoff. Whether or not the payoff is like amazing, I don't think it'll matter, because like the steps there, I think it's pretty solid. So I think I'd be happy with any type of ending.
I will say this, and again, this is just my opinion. I'm not I have not written a book, but I will say I do like when authors plan from start to finish. But I will say, if you're getting towards the finish line and you see that finish is not being achievable, or it's not going to be quite fit the story, don't be afraid to change it. Because storylines aren't always linear. Sometimes there's curves. And this again, this is kind of a jab at J.K. Rowling. I did not like, as a kid, reading the Ron and Hermione pair because it felt so bad. It didn't feel natural.
You didn't like them together? Oh,
no.
T.
When
I was a kid... Sorry. Go.
I was going to say, it felt like she got along better with Harry. It felt like they had more chemistry. Especially in the last book.
I agree with that. But I didn't ship anyone in Harry Potter. I don't know. I just didn't ship anyone. I was like, okay, cool. They're together.
But I'm just saying, like, with things like that, because that is one of the biggest complaints from the Harry Potter fanverse, is that she had picked Ron and Hermione to be together since the first book, and she never changed it, because she's like, Ron needs a win. I'm like, it's not about him needing a win. It's, did his character make it to the point to where that was a logical outcome?
Yeah, I don't think I minded the pair so much, but okay, this is coming from a Hermione fan, so I love Draco and Hermione. I'm sorry, like that was like my crack ship when I was a kid.
Okay, so are you gonna read Mangled?
Huh, sorry?
Are you gonna read Mangled?
Mangled? What's that? Mangled?
It is a fan fiction that has been printed shipping Draco and Hermione in a dark romantasy.
I actually think Alchemized is Hermione fanfic turned into a book. I think someone.
I mean, I have that book on my Kindle. It's like a 30-hour audiobook.
You're right. It's Mangled by Shinlen Yu.
Yeah, that's it.
I think her newest book, what's it, Alchemized, is also like inspired by Hermione / Zutara. She was like a Zutara fan too. She's literally my hero. Yeah. Okay, I gotta read it.
But yeah, in my personal opinion, I can see why people, because Ron does do a lot more in the books. I do remember bits and parts of them, but I have not read them since I was a child. Again, I'm not going to pretend like I remember every little thing, but I did feel like, especially in the 7th book where Ron ran away and left Harry and Hermione to do all this by themselves, that I don't know if I could forgive that son of a bitch after that, if I was her.
I think you're right. I agree with that, but I felt like, I don't know, because I was a kid at the time, right? So like, how I read it was like, oh, Ron and Hermione were always supposed to be together. I don't know why I read that. Maybe it's because like my pea-sized brain as a kid. So like, something that I was thinking about was like, maybe J.K. Rowling didn't trust children, excuse my language, to understand the nuances of a relationship that deep. And I don't want to, shit on children and their level of thinking, but this might be the level of thinking or the train of thought she had. It's just like, oh, we got to keep it simple so the kids understand that, like, oh, they're like, they balance each other, they're supposed to be together. And then I couldn't see Harry having any character like in the main series as a partner for some reason, because he was just his own guy. So I get why she picked a different person to go with him. But looking back, yeah, she could have made different decisions. I do agree with that. So I see it from both sides too, where I get why she did Hermione and Ron. It was just like something that makes sense, something that's identifiable, and something that people expected. That way she doesn't have to go and backtrack and like explain herself. But you're right in the sense that Hermione had more chemistry with Harry. She definitely did. Because like, I think I started noticing their chemistry in the 3rd book. Like she would like give him like little hints and tidbits, and I'm like, oh, okay, like Hermione getting, going around town.
Okay. To your point, it's fair. I do think none of the big 3 should have got together.
Yeah, it just feels weird. As a kid. Just as a kid, like, you're just like, oh, they're supposed to just be friends. And like,
but
I think when I was a kid, I never had crushes on my friends. So maybe I'm just projecting my own reality. So it just didn't make sense. Like, why would you fall for your friend? But now that I'm an adult, I'm like, okay, I understand.
I will also say I didn't really like Ginny with Harry. I thought that was kind of weird.
I didn't mind it because it was like, oh well.
I guess it's because I have an older brother, and I was like, I could never imagine myself dating my brother's friends. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, I had a friend that dated my older brother, and I'm like, okay, I guess that works, whatever. That would make sense, because I was a younger kid in the 90s. I had no knowledge and understanding of romantic relationships, but I got older with the later books and started seeing the dynamic of their relationship. Yeah, because I think Harry Potter was, the demographic was like kids, like teenagers, like, right? That was the demographic, and yeah, I think when you can, as an adult, add those like really nuanced relationships, but like just note that your audience, like the kid audience, might not understand those nuances because they don't have those experiences. Because I can imagine if I was like a 13-year-old not understanding like Hermione and Harry, like what? I thought, you know. But then I became a high schooler and got into Hermione, so.
I'll be honest, I think also when I started reading the books, I was very little because I looked when the first one was published. It's 1997.
Yeah. 1997. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I just looked it up.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, oh my god. Now that we've talked about like my ship Hermione and then your ship Harry and Hermione, what is your favorite ship dynamic, Mezzy? Like what do you like? I know you like enemies to lovers, right? Like that's
my favorite. I actually do like the Draco and Hermione ship too. It's just it's hard to find someone who writes it well.
Oh, okay, so when I was a kid, when I say when I was a kid, I was in high school, I actually enjoyed more of their kids, so it was just like Hermione's kid getting with Draco's kid. So then they could like do the whole like reset, like, oh, our parents hated each other, but we don't have to hate each other. So I read a lot, I forgot their names already, but I read a lot of that fanfic when I was like younger, and I was like, oh, and Zutara! Zutara! Are you into Avatar Last Airbender, Nezzy?
Yes.
Zutara forever.
I do think her and Zuko had some chemistry that was not explored well, and then I really do hate the one episode where the writers made fun of the fan base for trying to say they had chemistry. Because they did have chemistry.
The writers didn't like Zutara. I think that was like the whole bit. Yeah. But it was okay. That was okay. But yeah, dude, because there's like a reemergence of the Zutara fandom, I've been actually like on AO3 like reading Zutara fanfic. Like, oh, I need this in my life. So if you have any like enemies to lovers or like sun and the moon like recommendations, please send them my way. I need crumbs. I need a little crumb of that right now in my life.
It's okay. I understand.
Yeah, I haven't felt this excited since I was a kid. Huh?
Another popular fanfiction, and this is about to be so controversial from the Harry Potter fanverse, is Tom Riddle and Hermione.
Ooh, that is a crack ship that I didn't think about, but I could see it work.
Because I've been seeing that pop up on my feed on TikTok a lot, and it's not that she's getting to him when she's old. She goes back in time with her time turner to when he's 16 to kill him.
Yeah. Wait, that's what I'm thinking too.
And it's because they're both the most intelligent wizards of their years that it kind of works.
That's going way too far. But like, I think, oh my god, there's so much to be explored there.
Lucas like, wait, I'm sold.
There's actually so much to be explored there if she just goes back in time. I'm not saying that she should be with Voldemort because I'm anti like PDF, but like, if she went back in time, I think that would be okay.
Yeah, I did read a fanfic briefly about it, and I didn't finish it. Bad on me. Shame, Mezzy. And I kind of got distracted, but it started with like Draco sending her back saying, you know, we both had lost a lot of people we didn't want to lose if we stopped this at the source. So he's actually the one who sends her back with the time turner because his family has one to stop Voldemort, and then she ends up like having a crush on Tom Riddle, and they start chasing each other across the world because he's interested in her, but he doesn't know why.
Oh.
Because, you know, he doesn't know what love is, so he's like confused, but he also wants to be near her, and she's also trying to figure out how to kill him, but also she's developing feelings. It's okay, Jake. We get it. That was a hard sell. I was scared to even bring it up, but I was like, you know what? There is another fanfic Fuka's not thinking about for true enemies to lovers for Harry Potter series.
I don't think I enjoy true enemies to lovers. That's not my like favorite. My favorite's actually opposites or rivals. Like, so rivals is not necessarily like, what's it called? Enemies. They're not like your mortal enemies. You just like have a rivalry with them. Like, oh, I want to beat you. So I don't like it to go as far as they absolutely hate each other. But I do like the contrast of like, oh, they're opposites. They balance each other.
Meanwhile, Mezzi's over here with the true enemies to lovers.
Zodiac Academy, like they absolutely have to hate each other and then they're fucking like, oh my god, like that's, oh my gosh.
And
yeah,
I
okay,
mean, yeah.
I'm reading, sorry, going back to Manacled, right, by Shin Lin Yu.
Yeah.
Alchemized is the rewritten version of the Hermione fanfic. Okay, this makes sense. This makes sense. Oh my god.
Oh, so that is definitely going to be on our list to read, because Fuka's definitely going to want to read it.
I've been reading it, but like the build-up is really, really long. It's like a really, really long book. And I just haven't had time to like just really sit and soak in all of the nuances with this book. Because apparently there's a reading order too. So some people recommend like a specific way to read it. And it's pretty dark, honestly. It's very, very dark. And yeah, people are saying that this does give off Hermione, but I'm not looking for Hermione right now. I'm looking for Zutara. So I have gotten into the Poppy Wars. I don't know if you know the Poppy Wars by R.F. Kuang.
I have heard of it, yes.
Apparently, it's supposed to be kind of loosely based off of Zutara. Just a little bit. Not to get into spoiler territory because it does imply that one of the ships sail. But there is like what's it called? The main character is from the south and she's kind of like a peasant. And there are like fan arts of the main character and she kind of gives off Katara. Let's see. Fan art. Let me show you. She kind of gives off, but except she's not water-based, she's like fire-based, because she's a phoenix.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, this is giving a little Katara, just a little bit.
It is. I tried to take off one of my earpieces because I could hear someone crying. I couldn't tell if it was my dog or the baby.
I saw this fan art and I was like, this is Zutara. So I'm gonna read it for that.
Oh my god.
Dark is relative. I think dark for Fuka. It's dark for Fuka. If it's dark for Fuka, I can't. I used to be able to stomach a lot of like horror things, but now I can't. Why would anyone think about this?
I think I'm gonna have to play a horror game with Fuka at one point for y'all.
No, I'm gonna be so scared. There's like, okay, there's this. Have you ever read this book called The Eyes Are the Best Part?
No.
Okay, it's apparently a horror like book, and like I already know that I can't stomach it because it's about a serial killer that eats the eyes of their victims, and I'm like, ugh, I can't. That disturbs me. That disturbs me so much.
I'm not surprised that happened though. I'm not.
I do love trudging through swamps of fan art, so I think fan art is what inspires me to read the book, actually.
Actually, yes, fan art sells me 9 out of 10. And then I get so sad when the fan art is not, like, the book doesn't live up to fan art.
The fan art doesn't match the vibe sometimes, and I'm like, oh.
That baby is being fed, and she is so angry because her daddy's taking too long to get her bottle. I can hear it.
Oh, she like babbing like, where's my bottle?
Yep. Very angry, very angry, very angry.
Dang. Okay, I found the full text of the Manacled. But then now I want to read, like, what's it called? I want to read Alchemized first before I read this, because this is the prototype for Alchemized. So if, like, Alchemized is, like, the final form, I should probably read that first.
Yes. But we also gotta finish at least one series at some point, because we keep switching between series.
Well, I think I'm actually going to commit to this, and I'm down to read the second book by Olivia Rose Darling. I forgot what it's called. It was just like something.
Wrath of Dragons.
Wrath of Dragons.
Yeah.
I'm down to read that. And then, I mean, we can't go further with Zodiac Academy. I mean, we can do a review of the second book, I guess.
I will say that if Wrath of the Dragons is bad, we will probably do not finish that series because the first book was that awful.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not even going to front. We're only giving the second book a shot because we've already bought it.
Yeah, I already bought it, unfortunately.
So we're going to do it, and then if it's really bad, I'm honestly going to donate the book to my local library or something, just so the library has an additional book, because I may not like it, but someone else there might. I mean, just because I don't like a book doesn't mean someone else won't. So I'm not going to be like, destroy the book. I'm going to give it to someone or a place that can distribute the book to get it to a more broader audience.
Yeah, Sorry?
I would say, we do have those little library boxes, but I'm always worried people take the books out of those and, like, sell them for extra cash instead of, like, reading them.
Oh, I guess it depends on the vibe of your town. I don't think anyone would do that in my town.
I only say that because it was full of books one week, and we went to the coffee shop where the box is at, and the next week, all the books were gone. Not just one or two, but all of them.
Oh my god, that's so sad.
So it kind of made me go, there's no way somebody came and just took all the books without because also the economy was starting to go to shit at that point. So
yeah. Wait, is Zodiac Academy not done? I thought they were done. Am I done?
They're done if you read the physical books, but not the graphic audio.
Okay, so we're waiting for Fated Throne, huh? Fated Throne to come out?
Yes, I actually got pinged for one part of the Zodiac coming out soon on Libby recently.
What is this Fated Throne?
Let me see what's coming out.
Oh, it's coming out June 3rd.
Yeah, I think I got pinged for it actually on my Libby, and I've already reserved it.
I want to wait for the whole book to come out though. Oh, that's gonna be rough.
Yeah, because Fated Throne, I'm 13th in line and 100 copies have been ordered, so I'm guaranteed to get it.
Fated Throne. I want the second one to come out. Fated Throne Part 2 graphic. Come on. I want to see the release date. Do you think they'll release the Part 2, like... I think it'll be released at the end of the year. That sounds about right. Yeah, I think we should just wait until both parts are released before we do our, like, review then.
I agree, because otherwise there's not going to be enough to talk about.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so sad. I'm, like, so heartbroken. I already know that Shadow Princess, like, the fourth book is probably my favorite out of all of the books that we've read together so far. So I just feel it going downhill. Be like, ugh.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
I just have a feeling because, like, my peak, right? Like, how I felt, I was, like, so interested in Shadow Princess. And I was just like, I don't think I will ever feel the same about the other books. But I do want to read The Origins of the Academy Bully, The Big Ass Party, and then The Awakening Told by the Boys. I want to read that for more context.
Same, but I also want to make sure I read it in the proper time and it doesn't spoil other stuff.
Apparently someone came out with, like, what's it called? Zodiac Academy reading order. So they recommend, wait, let me see. They recommend actually reading, like, the is it called Ruthless Fae? Because that's also a spin-off, too.
Yeah.
And then that adds more context to what we are learning. What's it called? Or no, yes. Here. This is like the suggested reading order online. I don't think I will do that because that's so much. I didn't even know that they have like a wolf spin-off and like Live and Let Lionel. Like that is another. That's too much. Too many things going on.
Also, thank you, Andrew, for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed yourself and have a good afternoon. It's Sunday. Tomorrow, unfortunately, is Monday.
Yeah, no thank you. Get the feeling I dealt with the similar feeling when read Lord of the Rings. Absolutely loved the two towers and felt that the Return of the King was too long and had too much crammed into it to be handled properly. Yeah. I have not. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a series that like has got me excited over something, but I can't even think. I think the only series when I was a kid that like got me really excited was the Shadowhunter series. I don't know if you read the Shadowhunter series.
I think I read it, or at least I'm pretty sure
Or
I did.
Mortal Instruments.
I don't know if I finished it, but you know she has a new series that came out, right?
Yeah, I read Chain of Gold and then I stopped at there. I think my favorite of her chronicles, Cassandra Clare, was actually the Infernal Devices. They do threesomes so well. So like nothing beats that. Nothing beats the threesome. This is YA, by the way. There's no like sexy time. There's no sexy time. But I think they do the romance, like the love triangle romance really, really well.
So they have a series called The Wicked Powers.
The Wicked Powers.
The Fire Foretold, Swordcatcher, and Better in Black.
Oh.
Just correct the comments. Conception of the Rings is not 6 books long. It's 6 books long, not 3. It's okay. I actually need movie nights. Are gonna have the Lord of the Rings soon, and my husband's excited, and I'm like, I just hope I don't fall asleep because they are long as fuck.
I would probably fall asleep. I am not. I don't know. Okay, I should give Lord of the Rings a chance, though.
It's a good movie. It's just, I'm pretty sure it's like Titanic, where the movies were so long they were broken into 2 parts, if I remember right.
I don't even think I watched Titanic to its entirety. I've only watched the end.
I've watched Pearl Harbor in its entirety, and that is a 2-part movie like Titanic. It has 2 VHSs.
I must know, are you doing director's cut or regular releases? Oh, is there like 2 versions?
Wait, there's 2 versions. This is the first I heard of this. What's the differences, and which one do you recommend? Because I actually didn't know there were 2 different ones. First time hearing this. Oh, the only reason why I knew she wrote new books, by the way, is my office mate is reading one of her new books, and it triggered my memory because she was like, look at this book, and I saw the author's name, and I was like, she's from the Immortal Instruments. That's actually our conversation.
Yeah. But I think, she had like a controversy because like people didn't like that she was like, incest baiting or something. Like she really likes to incest bait / like, put incest in her novels.
Yeah, I kind of remember that was a downfall of the Immortal Instruments. Weren't they like half siblings or something?
Yeah, they still fought. Okay, so basically, they're like, I don't care that we're half siblings. They still do the nasty, do the double stanko, but then it turns out that they're not half siblings, so it's okay. And everyone was like, wow, good save. And I'm just like, okay, I'm just out here. I didn't really care for the Mortal Instruments. I really like the Infernal Devices, which is like before the Mortal Instruments. Yeah, Cool Whip, it's a whole thing. Basically, she meets her like the lover of her life, and then like they find out that they're half siblings, and but then they're like, "But I love you. It's okay." And then they do the And then people got mad that she did like the incest baiting. They're like, "Oh, that's not okay." But I think, you know, pop off, queen, pop off. Write whatever you want to write.
I think we'll go with the director's cut then, because my husband has not seen any of them, and he's really pushing for them. I think tonight's gonna be Digimon though. He really wants to watch the original Digimon '90s movie.
Ooh, Digimon, digital monsters.
I've never seen it, so
I don't like the first 2 seasons. They're okay. I think the Digimon Tamers was my favorite.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Digimon Tamers was peak. I really enjoyed Tamers. It's the 3rd one, and it has some dark themes to it. It's this one. This shit was so sad when I was like a little kid. But that's just my personal opinion. I think Tamers is peak. I see. Oh my god. Are you watching the English version or like the Japanese version?
I'm not sure. I just know that's what he really wanted to watch, and then he wants to go to The Hobbit and then through Lord of the Rings. Like, we're going to start with the Hobbit series first, obviously, so we have, like, the background, and then go straight into the Lord of the Rings. Like, it's going to be multiple weekends back-to-back of just, Tolkien lore.
That sounds really fun. Really fun.
I mean, you know I've been trying to do movie nights on Sunday nights.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Cool Whip, no.
Oh my god. Wait, that's Jon Snow and Daenerys, right?
Yes.
Oh my god. See, if it's okay for him to write incest, I think it's okay for Clarissa Cassandra.
I think. Okay, so I think the real problem is that she did it before it became mainstream, because I feel like it's become more mainstream lately. You know what I mean?
For incest is wincest?
Yeah, it's been more mainstream. Like, it's been in more games, it's been in more books. Because you gotta think, when we read those books, we were like young kids.
Yeah, I guess it was the Christian era.
Yeah, it was like the age. Khaleesi,
that's how.
Oh no.
Oh.
I think she meant Cassandra Clare.
Cassandra.
I will, Jake, if you go to my Discord and take the role of movie nights, and I try to tag and tell everyone what movie it is like 10 minutes before we start. So y'all can be like, hey, I'm joining, hey, I'm not. Typically, movies start around 8 p.m. Love you, Cool Whip. Cool Whip, you need to get me over my fear of hosting subathons. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just scared. I don't know why. I'm so terrified.
I'm scared of hosting a subathon. I feel like you would do so great.
So West Coast would be 5 p.m. Because we're EST. 3 p.m. difference. I'm scared because it's weird to me to be like, hey, I'll do these things for subbies. I'm like, the idea just scares me. I don't know why. Because I already know if I do a subathon, I'm going to have to do the thing where I have a timer that gets paused when I'm not streaming. But I'm just like, the idea of subathons scare me. They always have. That's why I've only had like 2 in my whole streaming career. And I've been a streamer for years.
Yeah, I've never actually had a subathon, so like I'm encouraging you, but I have like no idea what it's like to run a subathon.
So for reference, my Twitter was made in November of 2020.
I feel like you would do super successful because like you have like Discord, right? You have a really strong community on Discord, so like you'll have that support, and I think it's like fair to like pause your subathons and like just to limit them. My biggest fear with subathons is I don't have the endurance anymore to do subathon. Like, some people have to take time off to, like, properly do one.
Well, I think now the new meta figure has been that if you go offline, you just pause the subathon timer and you just start it back next time you stream. You don't have to do it all at one time.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, Jake, it's fine. I'm trying to build a community, so I do offer things like movie nights, so y'all can all sit in a VC chill. And now we will use a text chat, so no one's vocally talking over the movie. So it's not like the reaction streams where I pause it. It's actually going to be just straight played. And you could type, like, send little gifs in the chat and be like, haha, this is the fun part. And people will react to you. Oh, cool, if you could do my southern accent. Make sure you tell them how bad of a ketchup package they are. Imagine streaming. Cool, if you stream. I rated you one time. I have proof. You were like, why would I raid you? You don't stream. And I was like, I caught you live.
I caught you live. That is, yeah, that's fair.
It's like, I try to raid
Fuka. Wait, what?
I try to raid Fuka when she's live. It's just
I
Fuka
rarely
noise.
lie.
You stream so much later than me.
Yeah,
yes.
You're asleep by the time I stream because of time zones. And, you know, just with my job, I have to stream late. That's like the only time I get to stream. So yeah, and then it doesn't help that I'm also like not consistent. I was pretty consistent last week, I think, or like the past 2 weeks. Just this third week was not as consistent, but that's okay.
It's okay. You still did great.
I really don't care how I do anymore. I know that's the sad part. I'm just like, I just want to do it just because I want to do these things, not because I have like a goal in mind. So yeah, like I'm chilling. I feel like I'm like a retiree. I'm a retired streamer where I just like show up when I want to show up.
Also, guys, make sure y'all follow Fuka. She won't tell you, but she's an amazing streamer who also does covers on YouTube.
Yeah, I do the singing. I want to get more into the music community. I think that's where I'm gravitating towards, or just something more creative. I was reflecting on like my streaming career. I don't necessarily think like streaming all the time is for me. I just get tired. I don't know how you yap all the time, Ezzy, because you could do like that multitasking. You're telling me like when we do like our podcast, you're like doing something else while we're streaming, and I'm like, that's so impressive. I could never.
I have a screen right in the middle of my face that has nothing on it but just like me Googling stuff that when we need information.
I thought about getting into streaming. I can't afford the startup cost, sadly. I think it's a misconception that you have to have like the best things at the time. If you don't already have the skill or the art of presentation or the art of just like yapping and communicating when no one is watching, I think that is, you know, you need to work on that skill before investing into like more expensive endeavors.
Okay. And again, I'm not going to tell you have to be a VTuber, but if you were trying to go the VTuber route, Jake, there's free backgrounds nowadays you can get for nothing. There's even free models that are customizable. There's some you could pay a little bit more money for that are a little bit more advanced, but you could get base models for free. So like, and the tech for a lot of VTubing is just a webcam, unless you get the iPhone. If you already have an iPhone, you're already a farther advanced than most people.
Yeah. I started as a PNG VTuber, and I mean, like, obviously when you, like, you know, get your moving model, you'll have, like, more marketing power and more, like, things that keep your channel and stream more attractive. But I think just starting and seeing if you enjoy the streaming process is, like, truly the first thing to even do. Because, like, there's gonna be times where your love of streaming might be tested. Like, oh, you might not have a community, or oh, you might not like feel like you're enough. So like if you can get through that mental barrier first, I think that's will help you be a happier, successful streamer. But that's just my take. I'm not like somebody who's like super successful or high up there, but I do enjoy like streaming when I do enjoy or when I do stream, right? Like I don't. It's not like a job.
You're coming up short on the computer part. Yeah, that's gonna be a roadblock. At least the price of RAM has calmed down, and there are some pretty good pre-builts you can get that are a lot cheaper than trying to build one custom.
Oh, I forgot about like the RAM. Do you want a gun? I mean, you can always rob a bank.
No! Don't listen to her!
I'm just
That was a joke!
That was a joke! Cops. That was a joke! I mean, this is America. I feel like if you have a gun, can you just like... What if you killed someone for a laptop? Have you considered murder or assassination? I think there's a way to get...
As someone who's not into dark stuff, you sure are offering a lot of dark options.
I'm just being American, okay? I'm thinking like an American. I'm true to my roots.
And one day Cool Whip will stream with me. One day Cool Whip will. One day I'll be cool enough to stream with the Cool Whipster.
There's like levels of felony. Do you have like a good face card? If you have a good face card, I think you'll be okay.
What?
Like if you have a good smile, like you can convince the jury that you didn't do it.
Fuka, I swear to God, no.
I genuinely believe that I could get away with murder. If someone in this chat were to get away with murder, I think I would.
Ketchup packets don't listen to Fuka. She's giving bad life choice advices right now.
Technically, I streamed with you. I just didn't share the chat with you in May. Nah, I'm old school American for that. I'd be boasting too. Oh my god! Oh, you can't be doing that. If you're gonna commit murder, think like a snake. Don't think too American. We use our guns, but you gotta use it in like a stealthy way. I can't read chat
like a streamer. I'm a slow reader.
You just have to practice. You have to practice.
Yeah.
I think I was really bad at reading. I'm still bad at reading, but it's a skill. Everything is a skill. You're gonna level up.
I will say it depends on what I'm doing. If I'm doing something really hardcore, like a raid dungeon or something, I do not look at chat when I'm like in the middle of like a big boss fight, but as soon as it's done, I'll glance back at what I missed.
Most people don't really mind if you don't respond to chat, honestly, if you're a streamer and they know that you're doing a high-intensive game.
Yeah.
They just really want the background noise / reaction. So, like, it's okay if you don't respond to your chat right away.
Now, if you're just doing just chatting and you're not talking to your chat, that's a different problem.
I'm just saying, if politicians can get away with murder, so can Fuka, okay? And so can you. Don't let your status as a citizen get away with your goals.
Oh my god. Fuka's gone off the deep end and she hasn't even had wine.
This is be natural.
So, Fuka, before we end this, are we continuing the Darkbirch for our next book?
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy the next series. I might buy the physical copy because it's easier to flip through to get back to like the things. I'm excited for the next book. I think I will be tabbing more things.
I also say I feel like it's good because the author is actually like it seems to be publishing this herself and selling it herself, so it's actually going to support the author as well.
Yeah, I hope that somebody famous on TikTok or booktok picks this up on the algorithm. I think it does deserve way more love than it's getting now, because it's just, I really enjoy the little world building that she does, and I like the characters. I genuinely enjoy all of the characters that she's written so far, even though the main character does read some sort of a Mary Sue. She's not that annoying, and I just expect more. I'm excited. I'm anticipating more from this. let's see, VTuber route for privacy factors. I managed to get one Swed, a really nice friend of me, and Hyphy rated me with 300 people, but if it's a shared chat with a lot of people, I'd rather have my own chat because the chances they're not really talking to me. That's super fair. I think the shared chat is just for people who like have already announced this collab and have like intertwined communities. I don't know if that makes any sense, Mezzy. Like,
yeah.
For example, like we would probably, if I was streaming and you were streaming this podcast, we would have a shared chat because it's like the audience knows that we're sharing the spotlight almost, and we are going to give our thoughts. But if you're a solo streamer, that's completely fine. That is okay.
I feel like all the people I stream with, I collab with enough that our communities know each other. Like
but if you're
I don't really, and I am trying to get it better about it. I am trying to reach out more, but I don't collab with a lot of new people yet because I'm mostly shy in my time issues with the baby, a full-time job, and streaming my own content. I don't have that much time to outreach to other people as I would like. I'm going to try to do better about that, but I'm also trying to harvest growth with my own community so that they enjoy the time they're with me as well, and it not just be constant streaming 24/7 as our only interaction.
I agree. There, at some point, like, this does become like a job, and like you reaching out to newer streamers that you haven't streamed before, you're gonna have to treat the relationship like kind of a coworker situation. So I completely agree with you not necessarily wanting to reach out at this point in time, because like as a mom, I can't imagine how much brain power you're using to like, feed your child, make sure your child's okay, and then, also giving that love back to your husband, working on that relationship as well. So I completely understand why you're like a little hesitant to even reach out, because that is a new can of worms you're dealing with. Like, you have to study the VTuber.
And like some VTubers, and again, this is not all VTubers, please don't think that, but some of them think they're entitled to your time, and if you don't show up exactly when they want you to, they get butthurt. And sometimes the baby had an issue and I had to stop, or I had to address it before I could be ready. Like, luckily we had just fed the baby when you messaged me earlier. She had eggs and some oatmeal, so she was set. I already took care of that because I knew our plan. But if it's like or they'll message me like one day like, hey, I'm having a collab in 5 minutes, somebody just dropped out, can you join? I'm like, no, as a parent, I can't do last minute collabs anymore. It has to be like how we plan LoreBiters. It has to be planned so someone's in place to take care of the baby.
Yeah, and I completely understand if you're like, oh, I can no longer do it. The baby has like pneumonia or something. Like, can we plan this like later or push this back? Like, I completely understand because one, I work with mothers, right? Like, that stuff happens. And I think as a VTuber, this is not me throwing shade on the VTuber community. There's just very few of us that are working citizens, working adults. A lot of the VTuber community actually do not necessarily have like a 9-to-5 job / like have that level of responsibilities. From what I've seen, I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, it's okay to cancel me. But I understand where you're coming from, where you don't know where people's energy or priorities are. And you don't owe it to anyone else to explain your situation or justify like why you have to drop out last minute or why you can't do it. But it's really taxing and takes a lot of time, like telling people your business like that. So I totally understand why you're not reaching out to other people. I'm very similar because like that stuff would happen to me a lot where like, oh, Fuka, like I want to invite you to a collab, right? Like, can you come like in an hour? I'm like, homie, no, sorry. I'm booked out like months in advance. Yeah. You've seen my schedule before. We have to literally go through my monthly schedule. Like, okay, I have this weekend open. Can we do it here? So yeah. These nuts. What do you mean play these nuts? What?
But yeah, I totally get it. And I am trying to reach out to other creators, but again, I want to make sure the energy is going to match the vibe of my community, and I don't get with, I hate to say it, someone who's just using toxic views to promote their community, because I like to have a nice family fun. We may make some horny jokes and stuff. I don't care. We can do that. I'm cool. I'm chill. But I want it to be a safe place for everyone.
Yeah, for sure. Fuka, let's collab. Please let me. Oh, we could. I don't know though. Like the thing is, I don't do. Mezzy noticed I don't do too many collabs. I'll like say yes to some things, but like I don't play too many games anymore, right? Like we. When's the last time we played a game, Mezzy?
I mean, I'm down to play Super Battle Golf with you one night if you want.
I will think about it. Just because, like, for me, I don't really play too many games anymore. Just because, like, I don't have time. I would love to play Pokopia with you. I did open my Switch too. Wait, do you have Pokopia? I think you do.
I do, yeah.
I think I would love to like view your Pokopia area. I would love to like do a tour, but I think that's the extent. I have Nintendo Online. We could.
Yes, Jake, just no drama or politics. This is a safe place because unfortunately, they always go together.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but there are like VTubers that have clear politics, and I'm not saying that I don't mess with like certain people's beliefs and opinions, but it does like seep into personalities and how you carry yourself. You know, because at the core, your politics and your beliefs like are your core in a way, right? So like it's just so difficult to find like-minded people. I'm very scared of like the situations where people are like being so fake. I don't know about you, Mezzy, but I'm scared. Some people are so fake and they're good at it, and I'm like, I'm not good at detecting like who's fake or not. So I try to keep my community small.
That's why I kind of like, I'll do a few streams with someone, but if by like the second stream I'm still getting like weird vibes from you, I probably won't invite you back.
I feel like you're good at vibing people out. I'm clearly not. Mezzy knows my business. She knows I'm so bad at detecting bad players in the community.
The problem is that I've just gotten to the point to where like, I don't give that negative energy attention or time off my life anymore. Like, even when I get a bad YouTube comment, I just ignore it. Because at the end of the day, giving them attention is what they want. But if they have that much hate in their heart, I have no time for it. They can go hate on themselves.
Oh my gosh, I love that mentality. I have like this mentality where I question it, like, whoa, where is it coming from? Like, oh my god, are they just having a bad day? I always think about the other person, and then like my friends will be like, no, Fuka, that's your downfall. You need to stop thinking about the other person. Just do whatever the fuck you want.
Like, someone told me my reaction videos didn't do it for them, and I was still better than Sniper Wolf, but I was still a bad reactor. I was like, cool, but you still gave me a view, so I still got promoted for that, and you left a comment, so that's still promoting me as well. So I'm the only one who's winning here. You're just losing with the hate in your heart, so go fuck yourself. Like, that's literally my mentality. Like,
yeah, no, that's
oh no, we're not fuzzy?
Oh yeah, your voice is fuzzy now. You're crunchy. Like in a bad way.
Crunchy? What the fuck?
Yeah, she's crunchy.
How did that happen?
I don't... Maybe it's the signal, a bat signal for us to end this stream.
I think it is. I think it's a signal that we should end, because we definitely have finished for a while now, and it's telling me to shut my mouth.
Oh yeah, it's so staticky. Alright, folks. Thanks so much for like joining us for our yap session about Darkbirch Academy. It's Darkbirch Academy. I'm super excited for the next novel. So we'll definitely have to like, I don't know. When do you want to read it by? Like in a month? In 2 weeks? I'm down. I think I could read this in the next like week actually. I gotta order it.
Let's give it like at least 3 weeks to be safe. That way you have time to get it and 2 weeks to read it.
Okay, got you. So, chat, you heard it from us. In 3 weeks, we're gonna reconvene. Wait, can I even do it in 3 weeks? Hold on. Do I have... We'll talk more about this. It'll be like the 16th. Okay, I think I might have time. Yes. Okay. Alright, good night, Mezzy. I'm gonna go to dinner soon. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Bye, guys. And I will check my cord. I will check it, I promise.